Hello and welcome to Throwdown Thursdays. My name is David and today I'm joined by my good friend and fellow teammate Ashley.
Hello.
And today we are playing Five Tribes. Five Tribes is a worker placement, meeple shifting kind of game. The idea behind Five Tribes is the old sultan has just passed away in the country of Naqala. Each player is now trying to be the new sultan, and the person with the most victory points at the end wins the game and obviously becomes the new sultan. On a player's turn, they will pick up all meeples off of one tile and will place each of those meeples on an adjacent tile. The last meeple you play must go on a tile that has a meeple on it of the same colour. You then pick up all of the meeples of that colour, and depending on the colour, the following happens. The yellow meeples are viziers and they give you 1 victory point and stay in front of you. And you also get 10 victory points for each player that you have more viziers than. Elders grant you 2 victory points and they also allow you to buy djinns. The green meeples are merchants, which allow you to pick up the merchant cards. Blue meeples are builders, which give you extra coins. And red meeples are assassins, which allow you to destroy other meeples, either in people's possession, like the viziers or the elders, or also meeples currently on the board. Once you've done the meeple action, you then get to do the corresponding action on the last tile that you landed on. The game ends when there are no available moves, or, alternatively, if somebody depletes their camels. Each player starts off with 8 camels and places it on a tile once they've cleared that tile of all of its meeples that are currently on there. So the game starts off relatively unique. Before you play, you have to bid on who's going to go first, which is quite a unique game mechanic in my opinion. So Natalie goes ahead and bids first. She bids 3, and then James bids 0, and then you bid afterwards. That gives you the turn order of who's playing. So actually, what's the main thing you look at when starting the game? Is it the viziers or...?
No, actually, I look for the elders because I really like the genie aspect in this game.
Yeah,
and,
they're really good.
Yeah, that whenever I play this game, that's what I try to focus on right from the beginning.
As we see, you've picked up 2 djinns on the space of the genie, so it allows you to buy I think his name is. So every time someone buys a genie, you get 2 coins, and every time you buy a genie, you get 1 coin.
Yeah.
So it's almost like if that card didn't come out at the beginning, it wouldn't be a favourable card, would it?
No, not really.
So it's quite a good thing that you got it straight away.
Yeah.
So once everyone's had their turn, everyone goes back. So Natalie will get to bid again. Everything gets replenished. And then you can make your bidding again. So Natalie goes ahead and bids 1. Actually, you bid 3. Obviously, you've seen something that's a little bit more appealing than anything else. And you think it's going to obviously get you more points.
Yeah.
So let's see. James is going to go first. And he likes to take his time. You'll find out through the rest of the game. He always taking his time. He tends to favour the merchant cards, which obviously give you points depending on how many you have.
Yeah, I mean, they can give you a lot of points as well. Like end game, even middle of the game, if you need some coins, you can trade them in mid game and get some early coins.
Yeah, exactly. So you've just had your turn. You picked up Candicha, which is another mechanic.
Really powerful.
Every time or depending on the meeple that you destroy, you get to keep the elders and the viziers.
Yeah.
And
with
you get
an assassin,
and you get the money for the blue ones that you kill, and the merchant cards for the green ones. So they're 2 really, really good cards that you've got, and they obviously give you victory points at the end of the game as well.
Yeah.
Do you find placing the meeples themselves in specific orders is something to keep in mind as well?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because if you move the meeples in a certain way, you might open up a way for someone else to get a really good set of meeples. So sometimes if you've got like the 2 reds and the greens, like we've got here, you don't want to. It's hard now, but you don't want to put a green here because you don't want to give someone that chance of picking up 3 greens.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you could put the red there instead, and then move it in a different way.
Yeah.
So
that's something you have to keep in mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Natalie picked up the WilWit a little while ago. Only it's to Will Wheaton. I think it's a very powerful card. I'm surprised you didn't try and go for that one.
Oh, I did want it, but Natalie got there before me, so it was a good play by her because I've already got 2 genies, and it would have been an extra 10 points for me at the end of the game.
Yeah,
so.
which would have been nice. Yeah. So Natalie there with a big hand of meeples. I think she had 5 or 6 meeples there, so she's going all the way across the board, picking up the viziers. You can see Natalie has got 5 viziers, and James has 3. But she's opened up a pathway here for you, which you can obviously see, and you've gone straight for that.
Yeah.
So not only do you get the 8 points for claiming the piece once you clear the tile, you get the 3 points per Palmtree as well, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, obviously Natalie maybe not paying attention. Maybe she could have swapped a meeple if it was a different meeple.
Yeah, maybe.
Then it may not have happened.
But sometimes you just see a move and you just go for it sometimes in this game because it does benefit you a lot. Yeah. So at the time she was ahead on James on Vizier, so that's 20 points for her at the end of the game because you get 10 points for every person you beat.
Yeah, exactly. At the moment James is winning, so he's got 26 points from his. So Natalie goes ahead and bids, I think it was 12, and you bid 18, so you obviously wanted to get in there before her.
Yeah.
So you clear this tile, you get 10 points for that one, use the assassin to take care of the blue meeple that was there, gives you 5 points for that. Not only that, you landed on the Djinn space, which allows you to buy, I can't remember its name, but it gives you extra points for your already 3 palm trees.
Yeah.
And it's worth 8 itself.
Yeah.
So you got a tremendous amount of points in that one round. So those 18 points were definitely more beneficial.
Oh, 100%. Well worth it.
So when you're thinking about your turn, your bidding phase, you don't really want it to be the comeback. You want it to be more than what you're bidding.
Oh, definitely. When you're getting rid of 18 coins, which is essentially 18 points at the end of the game, you really don't want to be throwing them away for nothing.
No, of course not. Here we go, going to the 6th round at the moment. You see James has gone all the way down to 6 points.
Yeah.
Which is almost nothing. So you know he's not really going to be investing in bidding, is he now?
No, that's right.
Which is unlucky for him. You use one of the assassins to kill the blue meeple here, which obviously you get to put a camel on. It also gives you an extra 3 points. Obviously, all the surrounding blue tokens you get for that one as well. So because you're at an advantage here, obviously Natalie has 23 points as well, but you have 44, so you can kind of force yourself into 5s and 8 bids, and everyone else has to just accept it and go zero. Yeah. So you're pretty much always going to have, for the next few turns, at least the first couple of options to go for.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not great to go first. Sometimes it is nice, actually, to go last, because you get a layer of the land a bit more, and maybe you can make something off other people's moves. Because sometimes there is a certain move out there, but it's the move after that might actually help you more. Yeah.
Well, like you said, sometimes you have a move in mind, you bid high, and then something else comes available. You think, oh, that's going to give me more points. At the beginning of the next round, you see James pick up 4 meeples, places the yellow, goes for the white, picks up the yellow again.
Oh, okay, just mind.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's like that, isn't it? You pick up a set of meeples, you think to yourself, is it really what I want to do right now?
Yeah, we've all been there, that's for sure.
You can spend a couple of minutes looking at the board. There's actually a couple of misplays already. James finished here a little earlier on, forgot to put a palm tree down. Natalie just, I think it was last turn, done exactly the same. So whenever you land on a palm tree or a palace tile, you have to place that down. Obviously, the tile becomes more favourable. You want to start getting rid. You want to get to that tile basically. Yeah, that one there's got 2 palm trees on it. However, you're not going to be able to clear it because there's obviously too many meeples of different colours on there.
Yeah, that's right.
It's starting to dwindle down now. We're in the 8th round. There's a lot of blues out there. So there's a lot of coinage that people can get hold of. You can see you've only got 2. You've got 1 fakir, but you've got 2 resource pieces. You're obviously not one for picking up the resources, really, or...
Well, not normally, but I did there. I just picked up 4.
Well, 3 of them were fakirs, though, weren't they? I think it was more the space, because now you've picked up this Ananuk, which allows you to put 3 meeples from the bag onto an empty space that doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah.
Obviously at the cost of paying a fakir or an elder.
Yeah.
I've seen James picked up 6 meeples in the middle there. You put them straight back. I remember at this point of the game, we was taking the mickey out of him because he spent 18 coins, I think, on the second round, and then you two just done 0. And he didn't get the return back. I think he only made a few more coins from that.
It was a pretty bad play from him there, and unfortunately for him, it did kind of stick with his mind for the rest of the game. Yeah. And he felt like every move he was making was a bad move.
Yeah, and just then you saw you picked up 6 meeples and thought, I don't want that anymore. And he put it down. And he just settled with the merchants there. Yeah. And Natalie picked up 18 just there. Got a few viziers. Now I have to put her at 8. That puts 10 extra points on top of James. He's going to go for a second time round.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how he does it.
See if he goes this night. You see that he put the blue down.
Yeah, that was a good play. He had to change it there.
Yeah, exactly. Because you put the blue down, it goes straight there, and then that's easy, 20 points. 20 points for someone, isn't it? Yeah. Obviously, at the moment, the blues. Well, I'm saying that exactly the same thing here, isn't it? You could put the green here and the blue here. That's a favourable move right now. What was he done now? Oh, there we go. He ended up here, paid 3 for his assassins, paid 2 for fakirs to extend the reach.
Very good play.
To get rid of this one. He could have just removed this one, which would have been fine, but obviously that stops people from being able to get this one as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But then this one's still available. Exactly the same scenario.
Yeah.
You know, you can see there, and look, you're going to go 18. Probably, most likely go for this. It seems the most optimal move at the moment, which obviously you do. Not only that, you've ended on it. Oh, there you go, took the meeples from here instead. And you've stuck an assassin on this one here, which doesn't look like it can be picked up. And you get a nice, what is that, 20 points for that camel, which is very nice. So we're coming to the end of the 10th round. You can see like everything's dwindling. There's going to, maybe I can only see a handful of moves out there. So you have to be careful. If there's not enough moves, you have to pay.
Yeah, you're paying for nothing.
You're paying for nothing. Like then, there's only 2 moves on the board at the moment. Natalie's gone for 1, and the next one is, I can't even see where it is. It's up here.
Yeah.
Which is James obviously going to go for. So at the moment, this is what would normally happen. At the end of James's turn, the game would normally end. However, the rules do state that if you want to add a special effect of your genie, for example, an Anuk, you can carry on the game.
Yeah, we discussed this for a long time while we were playing. Because we didn't want to make a horrible misplay for the video. But we read the rule. We've read it over and over and over. We all discussed it. And we said that we can make a move. If you've got a genie that can make an ability, has an ability that can, like an Anuk, who can add meeples to the board, then there's no reason why not.
Exactly. So at the moment, that's what we're going to do. You're going to want to use an Anuk's ability. So what's the play you're looking at right now?
I think I'll go here, and then I want to get a red one out of the bag, and then go across, kill that, get that, and then I can kill any other one.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would have been the green one.
So you want the white, so you got the white.
Yeah.
So the next one, bit of suspense.
Bit of drum roll.
And you get the red, and you get the red. And you don't care what any other colour is after that. So you go green, white, and you get the red. So not only that, you get an extra Palmtree as well. Normally they're worth 3, but obviously your ability for one of your Djinns makes them 5. So that's 15 points just for the Palmtrees there, which is amazing. And then the 8. And then you get to kill this meeple up here.
Yeah,
gives you an extra.
My last camel.
Yeah, exactly. And because of your other Djinn's ability, because you killed a merchant, you get to take the top card.
Yeah.
We didn't show it, but it was a fakir, so it wasn't anything too special.
Yeah.
So now after your turn, that ends the game.
Yeah.
The game ends either if someone uses all their camels, which you've done, or there's no playable move. So that was both. You didn't even leave any open moves after that.
That's right, yeah.
So we tally up everything. So we can tally up the coins. We can see James had a lot of coins. Yeah, to be fair, we didn't comment on it, but during the end of your turn, you can also sell your merchant cards.
Yeah.
He sold, I think, for up to 21 or 26 coins or something like that. So he got a lot of coins there, but obviously selling more as well.
Yeah, he needed the coins as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he diminished them down really quickly. You can see Natalie got 8 viziers, which is 2... She's got more than you and James, so she gets an extra 20 points. James has more viziers than you, so that gives him an extra 10 points with his 6. And you obviously wasn't even interested. Obviously, wasn't even interested.
Nah, that battle was lost long ago, right from the beginning of the game. So it was just pointless.
Well, there's only 15 of each. There was only 15 of each type, isn't there? So what can you do really? So Natalie keeps hold of, I think it was 2 elders. She had an ability that allowed them to be 4, I believe. Yeah. So they go from 2 to 4, which is double points. And you got hold of 3, I think it was at the end of the game. Yeah. And then Djinns is obviously where you got a lot of your points. But you got 28 points on those four Djinns, which is very, very impressive. 35 points on the Palmtrees. That's 7. All right, one of them wasn't on board, but we gave you the extra ones just because Natalie forgot to place it down, or we forgot to see that it was supposed to be there. 35 points is an immense number for something as small as the Palmtrees. And you even beat everyone on the palace as well. Beat everyone on the camels as well, which is also very impressive.
You used all 8 camels, didn't I?
All 8 camels, which was amazing. I think James got the highest rated one, which is a 15. And after that, I think most of them were yours, to be fair. And then, as you can see, James kept a lot of his merchant cards. That's mainly what he was going for, it looked like.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Right from the beginning of the game, he was going for the greens.
Yeah, he tends to a lot. Which can, to be fair, it can be quite fruitful. At the end,
of course it can.
You can see that he's got 40 coins there. I think he discarded another 26 points. Yeah. That's still quite a lot of points. Yeah. Fortunately, he didn't get points anywhere else. Yeah. So James finishes on 115, followed up by Natalie with 125. That WilWit gave her an extra 5 points per Djinn, including itself, which is very impressive. That's probably what helped her along a little bit further. And Ashley at 175, very, very impressive. So when you go for this game, you try and go for the Djinns.
Yeah, I do. I focus on Djinns a lot.
Or does it really depend on what type of Djinns are out at the time, or?
Nah, it really doesn't. Honestly, I don't know why. I just like the Djinns. Yeah. They look awesome.
They all have their special abilities, don't they?
And they all have special abilities. And getting them early doors, any of them really, can be very beneficial to you late game.
Do you find it drives you as well, that the specific ability that it's given you determines what you're kind of doing?
Definitely. And it really helps, actually, with the assassin one, where like you kill something and then you get an ability back for the one that you killed.
So you're always getting something.
So it's really, really nice, that one.
And the first one you got when everyone was buying a Djinn, that was the first one to be bought. If you got that late game, well, it's not worth it. It wouldn't have given... Alright, it didn't give you maybe 10, 15 coins at max, I reckon. But yeah, no, it was still really, really good.
Yeah.
So you say Djinn's all the way then?
I'll say Djinn's all the way.
Alright, well that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Goodbye.